Hello everyone and welcome back to Assassin's Creed 3. Where we last left off, we managed to make our way to Achilles' homestead where we found, well, Achilles himself, where he was refusing to teach us in the ways of the assassin, but after being almost killed by some thugs, he decides to train us, and we've been here for a couple of months already, and now we are going somewhere else? Maybe? Possibly? Couldn't say. I do want to go get this, but at the same time, I'll probably have to, I'll be back here later anyway, so let's just go straight into the story.
Good morning.
Good morning. Start mission.
Good morning.
To you as well. You taking a trip?
I've decided to do something about the house, and you're going to help me.
We're gonna burn it. Don't just stand there, Connor, or whatever your name is right now. Boston, 1770.
Don't stare.
Sorry.
Come on.
He's acting so shy.
This place is incredible. The people, the sounds and smells. I could walk these streets for days and know not even half its wonders.
I thought the same as you upon a time. These days, I much prefer the quiet of the countryside.
But there is so much life here. So many opportunities.
For a few, my boy. For a few.
Why is that guy shoveling nothing? There's nothing there.
There's a store close to here. You're to buy the items on this list. Tell them where the carriage is, and they'll see that it's loaded. Understood?
Yes.
Good. You're also going to need a new name. Your skin is fair enough that you might pass for one with Spanish or Italian blood.
He technically
Better
does.
to be thought a Spaniard than a native. And both are better still than I.
That is not true.
What's true and what is aren't always the same.
What would you call me then?
Connor. Yes, that will be your name. All right then, off you go.
My name is now Connor. Off I go to buy things! Out of my way! I have money. Or, I still said I've got 0, but maybe I've got so much it's gone into the negative. Yeah, I'm just bullshit. Can I pet? Yes!
I'm supposed to be embroidering with Margaret in the morning, but there's no reason I couldn't slip away
More!
that afternoon.
More petting! Yay! I like. There is a thing up here? I see you. No. Sorry. The Stamp Act. The government attempt to recoup some of the money they spent during the French War by taxing the American colonists who theoretically benefited from it. Chose a stamp tax because it was simple, easily implemented, and the colonists couldn't smuggle their way out of paying it. All papers from newspapers to legal documents to lawyers' licenses would need a government stamp to be used. The right to tax them at all, since there were no colonial representatives in Parliament, hence the Snappy Revolution slogan, no taxation without representation. They also resented the suggestion that they were responsible for Britain's war debts, since the colonial militia had a huge role in fighting and winning the French and Indian War. Since liberty... No stamp taxes were ever collected, and the British repealed the Stamp Act in March 1766. So wait, 4 years ago? So it's not even a problem right now. Parliament then passed something called the Tory Act, essentially stating that Britain had the absolute right to tax the colonists, and there wasn't anything the colonists could do about it. Nothing, that is, except start their own country. Always fancy to
A new tax is levied, a new rule enforced, all without our consent. The Revenue Act, the Indemnity Act, the Commissioners of Customs Act.
Get it! Thank you. Pocket boroughs. That's not what I want to do. Check, whatever.
But the
1 out of 4.
Constitution says we've a right to refuse, that there will be no taxation.
Pocket boroughs, there we go. So the American Revolution was that the colonies had no representatives and thus no say in Parliament. To add insult to injury, some parts of the United Kingdom that had no actual residents did have seats in Parliament. Essentially meant landowners could give the cushy government appointments to whomever they wanted. Those areas were known as pocket boroughs. Sarum, which no voters and 2 seats in Parliament. However, it wasn't the only one. Pocket boroughs were numerous.
Without representation. Tell me, who represented us?
My freaking arrows are freaking the hell out.
You lost?
I need the items on this list.
Will you be paying with coin or trade? Some of these things I have, some I don't. Lumber's hard to come by since my supplier up and vanished. I have the tools and pitch, though. Nails, too. So, where do you want this delivered?
Our wagon is near the State House.
That's it. Not even a goodbye, just leave. Let's actually look at some of these. Room and board. It just says, is that a cent? I think. Whiskey and rum, gallon shot, meat, X, salt, bushel, tobacco, coffee, 2 times pro 4, flour, sugar. Alright. Out we go.
I should return to Achilles.
Who stands in Parliament for Boston? For New York? For Virginia? No one.
There's something going on because a lot of people seem to be suddenly fighting.
We're heading to the customs house to toss some quips at the lobsters.
People are disappearing.
James, Sam, come on. We're going to ruffle some red-backed feathers.
What happened?
That's what we're going to
With me!
find out.
To King Street! We'll
Follow
show
me.
them! Down to the customs house for a spree!
Loyalists. The colonists who sided with the British during the Revolution, they were also known as the Tories. Of course they were known as the Tories, fucking... Royalists and Kingsmen, and probably also by the enemies as those bloody arse-kissing ninny hammers. While the Loyalists might seem to you like the bad guys, it's only because you know the Patriots won. It's very easy to use history books to look smart, even if you are subjected to the American education system, and system is a strong word. In fact, by estimates, as 1 in 5 colonists were actively loyal, and many more tried not to pick a side altogether. The Loyalists were traitors who betrayed their fellow Americans to the British. That's a nice little fiction, since from a Loyalist perspective, the opposite was true. The colonies were founded and owned by Britain. The colonists were therefore British citizens, thus the rebels trying to disobey the king were the real traitors here. Aha, you see, you're a country of traitors! Try spinning that! You'd also have to be pretty brave to be a loyalist, particularly if the people in your community were patriots. Known loyalists were frequently dragged from their homes, beaten, burned with candles, or tarred and feathered. That's just in case you suffer from delusions that the patriots always took the moral high ground.
Come on!
Oppressors be down!
The bloody lunatics need a lesson! I submit...
So look at patriots now. Blue boo. Although at the time the Revolution patriot was something of the negative term, what we call patriots today was more likely to be called Whigs, or if you were a loyalist, rebels. There's no taxation, blah, blah, blah. It's also a phrase that requires a bit of unpacking for a modern audience, by which I mean you, Desmond. Yeah, you dumbass! Didn't elect representatives in the British legislature because of the travel distance between Britain and America and the distinctive lack of planes. It wouldn't have been practical. Instead, patriots wanted to be governed by representatives within the colonies. Of course, they did have a legislature ready, already, but those were rather prone to being shut down by British appointed governors whenever they didn't behave properly. Best guess is 40 to 45% of the population. The rest are either declared loyalists or people who decide to remain tactically neutral. Probably a wise choice, given that both sides were known for seeking the property of their enemies. Come on, Achilles.
Cannot make us all submit.
I say again, disperse! Congregating in this manner is forbidden!
It is
We're
forbidden!
not going anywhere, Bug!
Oi! Why did you go back to England?
No good can come of this chaos! Return to your homes, and all will be forgiven! Never!
Not until you've answered for your crimes!
You're right, cowards!
You don't scare us.
Pointing guns at unarmed!
We ain't afraid!
Is that my father?
Yes, which means trouble is sure to follow. I need you to tail his accomplice.
Why are they just standing so openly there?
We can't allow him to light the fuse. But nothing. Do as I say and go.
Come on, you gosh-gutted coward!
Nathan Kenway, is it an update? Templar who came to the American colonies in 1754. Kenway was sent here by Grandmaster Reginald Birch. Even if it's Chestnut Master, Kenway didn't find the artifact he was looking for. He did, however, recruit a small dedicated band of Templars. Two were briefly lovers, and however brief it was enough because CEO, unbeknownst to hate them, ended up rising their own son Connor. So he doesn't even know he has a son. Also, that picture there looks almost different. It's pretty different. He looks like he doesn't have any hair. He's bald. I'm guessing it was Kenway who became Grand Master in the colonies, and therefore the man responsible for the 1763 attack on the colonial assassins.
Doesn't shoot at me! Hey, Lobster! Go ahead! Fire your little gun!
You red back, rum soaked, bacon faced note! I just soon fight you off this one! Take a swing at me, why don't you?
Is he just gonna stand there?
Oi, you there! What's all the fuss about?
Fire at the townhouse.
Yeah, keep going.
This was the last straw. Won't be long.
I'm not here, no one's following you. What are you turning around for? Tail, the suspicious man. That's his name, he has a weird name, why is he called Tail? So funny. Gotcha.
Your plot is ended.
Not quite. Oh, damn you! Fire!
Well then, guess I'm on the run. Escape within the given time. I can do that. Oh, hey. Bye.
find Achilles.
Newspaper locked in the ADB. I guess that's Assassin database. Or Animus database in this case. Boston Massacre. Massacre on King Street. How long is this? Oh wait, it's way too long. I'm not going to read this. I'm just going to skim read. Between some lads. Pushing the bayonets, cry, make way. Several others requiring surgery. To quell the town, he has ordered the arrest of said Captain Preston, even though it wasn't their fault at this point because it was they thought they were being fired upon. In that case, in the real world, I don't know. I think it was left up. No one knows if it was the British that shot or the guards that was there that shot first, or someone in the crowd. Combination of several fights between British soldiers and the people of Boston. A group of British soldiers fired into the crowd at point-blank range, killing 5. The reality of it is less damning to the British than it sounds. What started as an argument about a wig maker's bill, of all things, turned into a mob. Hundreds of Boston citizens kept 8 British regulars cornered for hours. By the end of it, many were holding clubs, throwing stones, and taunting the soldiers to fire. Captain Thomas Preston was in charge of the regulars and tried to defuse the situation by talking to the crowd. They asked if his soldiers' guns were loaded. He admitted that they were, but it would have been stupid for him to order them to fire, since at the time he was standing in front of them. It wasn't until one of the soldiers was hit by a stone, which forced him to drop his musket, that the regulars fired into the crowd. Against the orders of Preston, who later testified he never gave the command to fire. It's possible his men mistook the taunts of the crowd for an order. The regulars were arrested and tried for murder. 6 were acquitted, including Thomas Preston. The other 2 men were found guilty of manslaughter, but had their thumbs branded in lieu of the usual sentence, which was death. Thumbs branded? With what? First time I've heard of them getting branded on the thumb. That's a weird place to put a brand, but okay. One of the interesting things about the massacre is what happened afterwards. That is how both sides tried to spin it to their advantage. The fact that most people call it a massacre should give you some idea of who won this particular PR war. Revolutionaries portrayed it as an attack on colonial liberties, and images of the event, popularised by Paul Revere, or Reverie, how do you say that, showed an organised British force firing into the crowd, not a confused group of soldiers cornered by an angry mob. The British, on the other hand, referred to the event as the incident on King Street. We're naturally calm in a crisis, unlike countries who insist on turning every minor confrontation to a 3-ring circus. Pretty true, I suppose. Anyway, the wig maker dropped his prices and it never happened again. I call it a victory for the bold. Notoriety 3, you are notorious. The guards will recognize you and attack you on sight. Use blending and hiding to avoid patrols. Level 3, enemies will attack on sight. You literally just said that, why is it saying it again? Boston Massacre, or Dread. Oh boy! Oh whoa! Bye! Weapon swipe.
Most inadequate.
Get out of here! Jaegers! Why are there German things here? To fight in the Revolutionary War, but it hasn't happened yet! Referred to American Revolution as Jaegers. They don't look like giant fighting machines. Oh, come on! Put the gun, sword down. Bye. Gotta get out of here before something else happens. Crown Coffee House. Blah, 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 coffee. No, go away! God damn it!
We are not that foolish, you bastard! Oh! Trouble here! Hurry!
Oh, come on!
Over here. Over here.
Okay, I'm coming, random stranger. Boston First World on Samuel Adams. I didn't press B!
You're Achilles' boy. Connor, was it?
Maybe.
I saw what happened at the townhouse. A fine mess, that.
Who are you?
Samuel Adams, at your service. Achilles asked me to get you out of Boston.
Explain.
The whole city's looking for you.
Oh yay! Oh yay! A criminal stalks the streets, wanted in connection with the
really good
massacre at the
story.
townhouse. Citizens are advised to call the guards if they see him. £10 to whoever brings this madman
What am I supposed to do?
You can take down these posters for a start. Return to me once you remove the others.
Sure, okay.
Take down those posters.
Samuel Adams was a Boston lawyer and a signatory of the Declaration of Independence. A prominent political figure during the lead up to the American Revolution. I think that's you put your little fire or life into perspective. Massachusetts, 740, 765, communist rights. There's an angry radical, but that's a bit biased picture. Missed enough.
And then we'll talk.
Okay. Posters will lower your notoriety.
Keep him inside! Quick! Right there!
Investigate on site. Ow! You bastard! There, who is?
Keep up, boys!
Yep.
I just can't stay out of trouble. Shit! Time to fly! Good time! You can't escape now! Here it is! Go!
Just get rid of all of you, come on. Nice, you killed your own guy. Apparently I have a hidden blade already, even though I shouldn't. Stop trying to take your opportunity to attack me, damn it. Ugh, finally. Hey, I'm here.
Ah, Connor. There you are. I'd like you to meet Cyrus.
Hi there.
Is he the killer?
Peace. Cyrus is on our side, or rather, for the right price, he will be.
Have you seen this man?
Watch and learn.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Word has reached us that the man responsible for today's shooting may have been in disguise. A wig and makeup tin were found near the scene of the crime. Witnesses describe a middle-aged gentleman of pale complexion fleeing towards the wharves, rifle in arm.
Thank you kindly, Cyrus.
Pleasure.
Come on, then. There's still one last bit of work to do.
I mean, that helped.
Where are we going?
Not raised
To the printer.
notoriety 3.
Where do you think all those posters came from? They're made by a machine. We need to shut it down.
Okay. Oh, I have to walk. Okay, I thought I was following you. Oh. Oh, come on, really? Keep up the pace, Adams!
Set up a checkpoint. Come on. This way.
I can go by rooftop and meet you there.
No. Better you learn about the tunnels now.
Tunnels?
The Masons have a whole network of them under the city. They're quite useful when speed and secrecy are required.
Okay, where will I be going? Adams? Why are you so slow? Come on. Page! I'll have to come back with that later. What the hell? Well, I mean, I'm just gonna grab this before it disappears, Adams. What the fuck? Come back later to find it again. Okay. I don't know how we can manage. We just jump over and I get here. It's fine. Wait.
Stay here. Here we are, then. I'll see you inside.
Okay. Yay, I did it. Woohoo! Full synchronization. Easy peasy.
Hold on.
I can't see anything apart from these shiny buttons you have. Thanks. But I think with that we shall stop here. In the next episode we shall continue our escape into the tunnels where we will hopefully escape from all these soldiers. But until then, this is Majorshepard. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check the description for Patreon donations. If you join my Patreon, you actually will be joining my Discord as well, so you'll be able to talk to me and suggest games live to me. Regardless, till next time guys, ciao.